Hey there guys, Trogdor here again, and welcome to another Redstone tutorial. Now this is looking quite familiar, because I literally just did a tutorial on one of these. The difference between this one and the last one, and by the way this is a Redstone drawbridge, is that this one actually overcomes the bug that the other one was having. So this one shouldn't have to be manually reset because of a bug. Now the bug turned out not to be because of observers like other people were thinking, and I was thinking it might have something to do with the way torches load in, but it actually has to do with extended pistons. So in the original build I used a piston observer monostable, and the extended piston would actually retract and re-extend when you entered the world, and that's what was causing the bug. This seems to have fixed it. I switched over to a different monostable. I actually tweaked some timings too, so it should be a little bit faster. Anyways, let's go ahead and test this out. So if we press the button over here, it extends. Then the other side will extend at the perfect time, so the sticky or the slime blocks don't stick together. And it doesn't matter which side you go to, both buttons will work. But we'll go ahead and press it again, and you can see how this retracts the bridge. So the slime blocks grab onto it, and they're pulled back, and there you go. It resets to be extended once again. It's a 6x2 bridge that is extended, and I think I did a pretty good job compacting this. The original one is the same size as this. Again, this is just one that doesn't break because of a bug. Anyways guys, that will do it for the explanation. I will leave a world download for this down in the description. Anyways, let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so to start off, we're going to have two 7x10 platforms, which are the white platforms here. And then they're going to be spaced out 6, and this black area is where your trench or moat will be. So that's where your bridge will go over. To start off, we're going to come to one of these, and we're going to come to this side of it, and we're going to count from this side 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this row, we're going to go back 1, and then we're going to place a block there. Then we're going to place 4 more blocks like that, and then we're going to place 5 blocks on top of those. And then on each side of it, we're going to place 5 blocks. And then on this side, we're going to place 2 like that and 2 like that. And then on this side, we're going to place 1 here and 2 here. So now we're going to place in some torches right here, redstone torches. Then we're going to place blocks on top of them, like this. Then we're going to place redstone torches on top of them, and then on this side of them. So I'm looking at where the bridge will come out. So on that side like that. Then we're going to place blocks on these torches only. Next we're going to take sticky pistons and place in 3 on this side and 3 sticky pistons on this side. And then we're going to also take these out, and these 2 will have to be obsidian. We're going to place in 2 sticky pistons right here. and then 2 on the other side too. Then we're going to place in a regular piston on each of those, like that. You can go ahead and place in your slime, so 3 slime there, 3 slime there, and you can place in your bridge block, so 3 and 3 right there. I'm going to go ahead and put up our wall right now. The main thing is place obsidian here, here, and here. And then here, here, and here. So the slime won't be able to move it. And then I will cut here and I will fill in a wall up to this point. Okay, I'm done with that. So it should look something like this for right now. Next we're going to, right underneath this piece of obsidian, we're going to break out that block. Okay, so I am done with that. Next we're going to break out a few blocks, so the 2 next to this obsidian and then the 2 next to this obsidian. Then we're going to break this block, so if you come to this obsidian, you're going to skip one and then break this one, and then break that one right there. Then you're going to do the same on this side, so break this one and this one. Then on the back side of these, you're going to place a block here, a temporary block here, and then a block here and here, like so. And we'll do that on the other side too. So block here, temp block there, and block there. And delete that. Go place in the rest of our pistons for this. So we're going to place a temporary block right there, and then 2 sticky pistons right there, and then 2 facing this way right there. And get rid of this temporary block. Same thing over here, so temporary block, sticky piston, and then 2 facing this way. Next you're going to take regular pistons. You're going to come over here, place it in 3. Do that to the other side. So you're going to place in first one right there on that obsidian and 2 right after it. Next we're going to actually place in some blocks just for structure. Place in 2 like that. Place in 1 right there, 1 here, and 1 here. And you're going to bring these out. These will actually be for the redstone up here. So you're going to also put in some right here, 1 right here, and then a block on top of these 2, and you can delete these. I'm going to do that on the other side too. So 1, 2, 1 right here, 1 on there, 1 here. Bring this out, bring this out, block here, here, and here. You can get rid of these. Now we're going to actually do some of the redstone down here. So we're going to place in a repeater right here on 1 tick, a repeater right here on 1 tick, and a repeater right here on 4 ticks. We're actually going to put a repeater right here on 4 ticks also. Then we're going to place in redstone here, here, and then here and here. We're going to place in a block here. Go ahead and get rid of that. So block right here, and then blocks right here, here, and here. So 3 like that, and 1 right here. This will hook up down there later. We're going to place in 3 blocks right here. I'm going to place in a comparator here and here. I'm going to look the other way, place 1 right here. Then you're going to take a block and place it in front of this comparator and behind this comparator, and redstone dust there. and on these 3 spots like that. Then you're going to place in a repeater right here on 4 ticks. We'll get back to that later. So on this side, we're going to place a repeater right here facing this way on 4 ticks. Then we're going to look the other way and place 2 right here, both on 4 ticks. Then we're going to place 1 on 1 tick right there. We're going to place a 4 tick repeater right here facing this way. Go place a block in front of that repeater, and then redstone dust here, 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 and here. Next, we're going to take an observer, stand on this repeater, place it right here facing down, place a temp block there, a block right there. Then we're going to put redstone dust on it, and we're going to place a block here and here to cut it off. And then we're going to come over here and place in our redstone torches, so 1 on each of those and 1 on each of those, so like that. We're also going to take a repeater right there on 4 ticks facing outward, and then on this side we're going to have a block there with a redstone torch there and a redstone torch there. We're going to actually come over to this side and place a repeater right there on 4 ticks, again on the outside. We're going to take redstone torches, place them there, block on top of it, and another one right there. Do that to this side too, so 1 there, block on top of it, 1 right there. Now we're going to place in our T flip-flop. So we're going to come over to the back side, and in line with this torch tower right here, go break a temporary block right there. In line with it, we're going to place a observer right there facing down. Can put those back, and then we're going to build our T flip-flop on that observer. So we're going to place a dropper facing up. We're going to place a dropper facing to the side. We're going to place a hopper into the bottom dropper like that. We're actually going to place a block there and a comparator coming out of the top dropper. And we're actually going to have a comparator coming out of the top dropper on this side too, but this won't go to anything. And then we're going to place a item into the bottom dropper, and then we're going to go ahead and build our monostable down here. So place a block in front of that comparator, a redstone torch on the side of that. We're going to place a dropper on the bottom of that torch, so right below it. We're going to place a hopper going into that dropper. We're going to place an item into that hopper. Then you're going to place 2 blocks here, redstone comparator there, repeater right there on 2 ticks. Going to take redstone dust and place it right there, so 3 right there, 2 right there. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to take comparators and place 1 facing that way right there, and 1 facing this way right here. I'm going to take a block and place it on top of that dust. And then you're going to take a repeater on 1 tick and place it into that block right there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the top portion of the circuitry, so up here. So we're going to place an observer right there. We're going to take repeaters, place them right here, 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 and here. and then you're going to put them all on 4 ticks delay, like so. Then you're going to take dust and place it here, here, and here. Going to do that on the other side too. So observer, repeater, 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 4 ticks on each of them. And then dust here, here, and on this piston. And make sure you do that on this side too. So that's it for the top part. So now we're just going to hook this side up to the other side. So we're going to place a block right here. Then we're going to place one right there. And we're going to actually step up one like that. We're going to switch to a half slab. So you need 1 half slab right here so this torch doesn't power it. And then we're just going to use blocks the rest of the way. And it should line up with these blocks that we placed earlier. Next we're going to place redstone dust here, here, and then all the way up to this point right there. Then we're going to switch to repeaters, place a repeater here, 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 and here. So 4 of them, and they're all on 1 tick delay. Then we're going to place a dust there, and dust there, and then we're going to follow it all the way to that block right there. Just don't put it on top of that block. Okay, and there's one more thing we actually have to do, is 1 dust has to go right below this observer, so 1 right here. And then after you do that, this thing will be done. So we just have to build another one on the other side. So go back to the start of when we started building this and build it over here, just facing the other way. And after you do that, I will show you how to hook them up. Okay, as you can see, I recreated it on the other side facing the other way. Next thing we're actually going to do, and I'll cut for this, is basically just put a block on top of all of these blocks, just right over it. So I'll be right back when I'm done with that. Okay guys, so I'm done with that. I have covered it all over. A little suggestion is placing slabs or stairs right here. That way you don't have to jump up off of the bridge to get off of it. Now the only thing we have to do now is place in our buttons. So I'm just going to place my button here. So here, let's go ahead and place a button on there. And to hook this up, we're going to hook this button up to this side on 1 tick, and then we're going to hook the same button up on that side, delayed 9 times 4, so 36 ticks. So that's 9 repeaters at 4 ticks delay. So I'm going to just basically step down like this. I'm going to come out one more. Let's see. So where we're going to want to hook up to this is on this dropper right here, the top one. So we're going to do this with a half slab and redstone dust. And we're going to place a block on either side of that dust, like that. So now we can power these blocks and it will actually toggle our T flip-flop. So we're going to actually do that from here. And we're going to come out like this, all the way right there, and then we're going to actually step down and place a repeater right there on 1 tick. Then we're just going to place redstone dust and make sure you cut it off right there. We'll just go to place redstone dust all the way up to the top, like that. And then we need 9 repeaters between this side and that side. So we're actually going to prep our T flip-flop the same. So half slab there. We can place a block on either side of it, like so. And redstone dust. So we need 9 repeaters, or at least 36 ticks of delay. You can have more repeaters, but you're going to need 36 ticks of delay. And we're going to hook up to this one. So let's do that. Gonna come out like this. And I'm actually going to let's see, go like this. Not sure how I want to actually do this. We're going to actually step down. This is how we're going to do it. Step down like that. We're actually just going to run on this line right here. So we're going to have to step down on this one. So we're going to place a repeater right here. Again, all of these will be on 4 ticks delay. Block in front of it. And then a block right here with redstone dust. Another repeater right here on 4 ticks delay. We also have to have one over here on 4 ticks delay. So that's 3 repeaters so far. We can place dust here and here. Just make sure you place blocks on top of it to cut it off of there. Then we're going to place dust here, here, and we can start placing in the rest of our repeaters. So we got 3 already. We need another 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to come over here. 5 and 6. Place blocks in between those just to save on dust. Same thing here. And I'm just going to place dust on these. I'm actually going to switch these over to white. Like that. So it should be 9 repeaters total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Then we're just going to do the same thing to this side. So I'm going to do that really quick and not explain myself for a second time. Where did I placed a block somewhere? That shouldn't be somewhere. And we're going to go like this. And right there. Make sure you cut stuff off that you're supposed to. Like that. The way you're going to hook these up is going to differ from the way I'm doing it. That's why I'm not really emphasizing too much on the way of doing it. I'm keeping it compact just for this build because I'm going to release the map to you guys. But basically, if you're doing this in like survival, you're going to want to go underneath everything. You're not going to want to string repeaters where you can see them, so you're going to have to come up with your own way of doing it for the most part. Big thing is just make sure you have 36 ticks of delay. That's actually the perfect amount. So, I mean, you can have more. It would just take longer for the other side to fire. Again, remember to cut that off. And this side too. I forgot to cut off this side. Go like that. There should be all the repeaters we need. So let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So now the last thing we have to do is just test it. Place a button over here. So we're going to test both sides, opening and closing. So let's press the button. As you can see, it extends this side, then just at the right time it extends the other side. And as I said earlier, this is a little bit faster than the first version. Press it again. Pulls those back just in time. And there you go. So that side works. Might as well test on the other side. So press the button. And there you go. And there you go. And let's close it one final time. And as you can see, everything is in working order. So that is it for the tutorial, guys. Anyways, if you liked the build and appreciate that I actually went through and went around the bug, it took a while to test, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out my channel. And leave some feedback. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. I will see you guys next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.